Richard Polo, Getty Images. Windsor, England, July 13, U.S. President Donald Trump and Britain's Queen Elizabeth II inspect a Guard of Honor, formed of the Coldstream Guards at Windsor Castle on July 13, 2018 in Windsor, England. Her Majesty welcomed the President and Mrs. Trump at the dais in the quadrangle of the castle. A Guard of Honor, formed of the Coldstream Guards, gave a royal salute and the U.S. national anthem was played. The Queen and the President inspected the Guard of Honor before watching the military march past. The President and First Lady then joined Her Majesty for tea at the castle. Photo by Richard Polo, WPA Pool, Getty Images. Prince William and Prince Charles refused to meet with Donald Trump and his wife Melania Trump, leaving it to Queen Elizabeth II to meet alone with the U.S. President and the First Lady at Windsor Castle Friday, according to a report. The first and second in line to the throne shared their desire to not take part in any event welcoming Trump to the UK, as British officials were working out arrangements for the president's two-day visit, according to the report by the Times of London, which was cited by the Daily Mail. Prince William playing in the Maserati Royal Charity Polo Trophy on June 10. Chris Jackson, Getty Images. For Maserati, La Martina, the Duke of Cambridge instead took part in a charity polo match, while Prince Charles, who differs from Trump on climate change and other environmental issues, attended a board meeting for one of his private companies and an event with a provincial police force, the Daily Mail reported. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, had private engagements, and perhaps Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle were gearing up for their big appearance together the next day at Serena Williams' match in the ladies' singles final at Wimbledon. Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex at Serena Williams' ladies' singles final at Wimbledon Saturday. Photo by Clive Mason, Getty Images. This business of Prince Charles and Prince William not being there for the Trump visit was a snub, a source told The Times. It's a very, very unusual thing for the Queen to be there on her own, the source said. Usually she is accompanied by somebody. Ad choice advertising and read invented by Teeds in the past. That other somebody would be Prince Philip, 97, but he has retired from royal duties. And even though Trump's trip was classified as a working visit, not a state visit, the Queen would typically have other royal family members along for the event. Prince Charles is seen more often with the Queen recently, according to the Daily Mail. But a source told The Times, he goes to what he wants to go to, and if he had wanted to be there he could have been. A government official told The Times said that Donald and Melania Trump's visit with the Queen was kept to a bare minimum. This is in contrast to the royal family's more extensive visits with Trump's predecessor Barack Obama. In 2016, President Obama and his Michelle enjoyed lunch at Windsor Castle with the Queen and Prince Philip. The former first couple also had a private dinner at Kensington Palace with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry, who is known to be especially friendly with the Obamas. However, other sources with Buckingham Palace and Downing Street insisted there was nothing to be suggested by Elizabeth II meeting the Trumps on her own. This was always going to be just the Queen, the Downing Street official said. Queen Elizabeth II, President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump enter Windsor Castle on Friday. Photo by Chris Jackson, Getty Images. It appeared at first that Donald and Melania Trump's tea meeting with Elizabeth II was relatively cordial and gaffe-free, especially in the way Trump didn't grab her hand to shake it aggressively, as he typically does with world leaders. Some observers noted that Trump apparently kept the Queen waiting 10 to 15 minutes in the 80-degree heat as she stood under a covered dais in the quadrangle at Windsor Castle. Trump's biggest faux pas during the meeting was briefly walking ahead of Elizabeth II and turning his back to her after she invited him to inspect her honor guard as their band played a medley of U.S. service hymns. At one point, the Queen gestured to Trump and appeared to direct him forward with her white-gloved right hand. He walked in front of her and then stopped, which cut off her path and forced her to sidestep around him. This 20-second interaction set off a social media frenzy. It was learned Monday that Trump had breached protocol some more by opening up about his private conversation with the Queen during an interview with Good Morning Britain host Piers Morgan, according to Time. In the interview aboard Air Force One that aired Monday, Trump said the Queen referred to Brexit as a very complex problem. Heads of state do not normally reveal their conversations with the Queen, who generally tries to remain apolitical. Buckingham Palace also has remained silent on the controversial matter of UK's departure from the European Union since voters decided to leave the bloc in 2016. Trump also admitted that he didn't know if the Queen liked him, but he said he liked her. "I can tell you I liked her, so that usually helps," he said. "I liked her a lot." 80 Quality Auto 360p 720p 1080p. You might also like 1 o'clock. Shape a happier tomorrow with Toshiba Solutions. Toshiba APAC Air Conditioning, now finally affordable thanks to newthingstoday.com. Dining alone or with loved ones, enjoy discount at HSBC on World Emoji Day. Apple announces 60 new emojis that Hardware Zone. Search, compare and apply for credit cards on www.bankbazaar.sg. All she wanted was a new Samsung Galaxy S9. What's she? StarHub Limited official website. Paris Jackson admits something that her reported. MercuryNews.com. Milbank, eye-popping views of some 2018 GOP. MercuryNews.com. Northern California women's multiple arrests exemplify. MercuryNews.com. Recommended by